All right. It will be difficult for us to understand the concluding part of Romans chapter 6 if I don't do what I want to do right now. Once upon a time, in the course of my service to the nation Nigeria, I operated as a regulator in the oil industry. When you are to be admitted into the oil industry, you must go through some form of orientation. This orientation that you go through acquaints you with the ideals of the industry. Part of the first things that you'll be introduced to is crude oil. They'll bring a crude oil sample into the lecture hall and show you this is crude oil. From the chemistry standpoint, crude oil is a complex mixture of hydrocarbons. It is not useful in its crude state, but when it is subject to refinement in a simple fractional distillation column called the refinery, you manipulate this crude oil with pressure and temperature, then it will begin to fractionate. And its contents, its fine contents, will begin to fractionate at various temperatures. Is that clear to that point? So the thing is a complex mixture. May not be useful in its crude state. It has so many things in it, and the fractional distillation column called the refinery is the means by which all those many things in it can come out and be isolated so that they can be put to adequate use. When you introduce the crude oil into the refinery, the first things that come out of the complex mixture are the lightest things, like the gases, the type of gas that you use for cooking, the lightest things, the associated gases. Then the next thing that comes after that is the aviation turbine kerosene that is used to power jet engines. The third thing that comes out is what you call gasoline, but we call it premium motor spirit on the other side. The third thing that comes out is what we call diesel. Is that what it's called here? Diesel. Diesel is heavier than gasoline. So the next thing, so the heavier products come out last until you begin to have things, the solid components, things like asphalt, bitumen. All of that is contained in the complex mixture, the crude oil. Are you there? The reason for bothering you with all of this is not an attempt to make you feel that I'm educated, but many times to explain spiritual things in their accurate context, we'll need to do this kind of. You see, even in the ministry of Jesus, you will find that he was an object teacher. He wanted to speak about the wells of salvation. Then he came and sat by a well like this. He wants the environment to lend itself to the subject that he wants to deal with that day. Do you understand that? Then a woman from Samaria now comes to take water. So, can you give me? I like Jesus. That's how it is. He's trying to bring the spiritual things into the context that we can relate to it. So he asked the woman for water. Meanwhile, he was dressed in Jewish attire. So the woman could discern that this is a Jew. She now said, how is it that you, being a Jew, request something from me, a woman of Samaria? Are you unaware of the fact that Jews and Samaritans don't have dealings? Then Jesus said, if you had known the gift of God and the one that is making request of you, you would have been the one to ask him for living water. Hey, he's trying to drill a borehole in the woman's soul, but he needs the aid of a physical well to communicate what he brought. The first scope of discernment that the woman had concerning him was that he was a Jew. Are you there? The woman now asked again, you are talking about living water. You don't have anything to draw with. From whence do you expect to obtain this living water that you speak about? Jesus saw her level of departure and said, he that drinketh of this well, he shall thirst again. But the waters that I do give, it shall be a well springing unto eternal life. So Jesus came to drill a well in the woman where the waters of eternal life will spring. But in order for him to do that, and for the woman to understand, where is he? The woman has said, all right, give me of this water so that I will not be coming back to this well to draw every day. She was tied to the physical context of things. So in order for her to access the living water that she is requesting for now, Jesus had to ask her a question. See, can you see that the drilling is, where is your husband? I've had 5 husbands, and the guy that I'm with now is not my husband. And Jesus said, in this you spoke truly. That means you lie a lot, but today you decide in this matter, not another, but today you spoke truly. He said, I have no husband. He said, in this you have spoken truly, because you have had 5 husbands, and the man that you are with now is not your husband. Are you there? The woman now said, I perceive that you are a prophet. Where did it start from? It started from what? Jew. Now where is it now? Prophet. The well is that's how Jesus is. Meanwhile, this is not my message. I'm just trying to justify my presentation so that you will know that I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just behaving like Jesus. Jesus now told him, meanwhile, you know that the living water that she was asking for, if the revelation of Jesus that she has ends as prophet, it's not sufficient for her to be given that water. So the discussion has to continue. So our fathers worship God on this mountain. Can you say that the environment lent everything that was needed for the discussion? But ye Jews worship in Jerusalem. Jesus said, the hour has come, and now is when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father has need for such as this. He is desirous of them. The woman now said, you have gone theological. When Messiah comes, he will explain all these things. And then Jesus said, the one talking to you, I am he. You see, the fountain head now broke the water. That was the water she used to water her city. Before evening time, the entire city came out to meet Jesus at the same well. So that's how Jesus is. He's an object teacher. All right, so I had to do what I did about crude oil in order for me to explain the life you received when you gave your life to Christ. There are a few terminologies in the New Testament that you are not likely to understand, and if you happen to have been exposed to theological training, right? And you are acquainted with the original Greek and all of that, if that's all you know the original Greek. Okay? There are several scriptures that you will never interpret accurately. You need to know that and also read the text itself, the translation itself, because the people that also did the translation from the original language to English language were theologians themselves. Are you there? Now, so the life of God, which is the Zoe that we received when we gave our life to Christ, is a complex mixture. It has several properties and several different aspects. If you check the Greek word for all of those renderings, all right, it will tie you to one word: